You're probably right. Like, I get it. Like, you likely know more than me about this. Whatever. Wow, we're nailing this. Hello and welcome to Mary's Rack. My name is Mary. I'm a secondhand stylist located in New Orleans, Louisiana, but that's not really that important today because this video is not going to be me doing what I normally do, which is styling clients, thrifting for my clients, and putting them in all secondhand clothes. It is going to be a video where I talk to my friend Madelyn about what we're going to do to this room. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Madelyn, and I am a vintage reseller. Amongst other things, clothing is one of them, but furniture, art, decor, a lot of things. And I will do design services if you have a need for interior design work.
I want to show you Madelyn's house because Madelyn is somebody like me who loves thrifting and secondhand. We get the same exact rush. We have items that we love. We have items that we know the history of. Anyway, we have such a similar vibe. But what I love about you is that you're a lot more organized than me. Like, this is what I always say, like, we complement each other really well.
No, agreed.
Anyway, so I want to show you her house because if I were organized, my house would look as good as Madelyn's, but I'm not organized.
Well, and life is a work in progress, and that house still is. Like,
yes.
I don't think I'll ever be done improving on my vision.
Yeah. You see all the stuff that needs to get done still.
Yeah.
That's how I feel in the shop right now.
Yeah.
The shop, like my apartment, I've kind of given up because it's too small for us, and I'm just like, one day we'll be in a bigger space. Like,
invest your time in that space.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but in the meantime, instead of obsessing about how small my apartment is, I'm obsessing how small my shop is and how disorganized it's been.
Well.
But I've been like growing and as
exactly.
everything. Yeah. It's not. I'm not like mad at myself. This isn't like I'm a sack of shit time. No, I don't think that.
No, I mean, everyone's digging what you're doing. I mean, I don't want to like speak for everybody, but
Aww.
It seems like that is how it's going down. So
Aww.
I want
a good
like,
friend.
and like look, she really does care about the experience that she's going to present to her customer, and so that's why we're doing this. It's important to her, and I love doing this kind of stuff anyway. Mm-hmm. So
and we like just like hang out with each other.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you want to hang out together, talk about vintage and design and thrifting, literally all of our favorite things?
Right. We're already doing this anyway.
This is literally what we're doing anyway.
Right. So we may as well just film it.
We may as well film it for people to, if they want to take the journey with us, take the journey with us. We're gonna redo this room. Wow, we're nailing this. This room is the room that I want to call the boudoir. Is where my clients come and try on all their clothes when they're here for their private styling. And right now, it's just giving disorganized extra storage space. And they're in here trying on clothes, like, in their private styling session, which is just not giving.
It's not.
It's not giving. And
y'all deserve the best.
You really do. We've already gotten into one argument off camera about something.
Oh, absolutely.
And I was like, wait, I have to put the camera on. So, okay, let me just tell you. I'm going to pretend like you're my doctor right now about, like, stylistically.
Okay.
I have pieces I love. I love a lot of different styles. Like, my front room's very boho-y. And it's like, it's kind of like grandma boho eclectic. And that's a style that I have. But I also really love, like, sleek, modern looks. Like, in my apartment, it's all mid-century furniture.
Right. And,
like, I like those colorways, mid-century all the way. But I also like this, like, idea of selling, like, a whole experience. So, because I'm a Disney person, follow with me. Yeah. That I picture this room, like, as, like, a sexy boudoir. Where you come in and it's, like, lush and pretty, and I mean, I'm gonna get someone to paint a nude photo of me one day, and it's gonna be the main thing on the wall, framed in gold.
Perfect.
Like, that's the vibe I want, but I also want it to be, like, not cheesy.
No.
I want that vibe, that luxury boudoir vibe, without it being like, this is a movie set. But a little bit, this is a movie set. Just a little bit, in the sense that I'm very campy and I like campy stuff.
I feel the same way. Like, I like vintage, but I like a really kind of classic mid-century look. But sometimes I get drawn in by kitschy, like, cutesy little 60s and 70s items, and so
And you love the 80s.
Mm-hmm,
you live and die for the 80s too,
right?
In like your clothes and a lot of the ceramics that you collect, like you are so similar in that exact way.
Yeah.
So before we started filming, Madelyn and I got into an argument because I just acquired this really beautiful. It's a desk storage buffet. It can be so many things. It's a gorgeous piece of furniture. And I just acquired it for free. And so I was like, well, this is awesome. Now I have this great piece of furniture that I really love. But it does not match what I'm going for in my head for the boudoir room. And Madelyn was just yelling at me, mix woods! Mix woods!
You can mix wood tones. It doesn't have to... Throw out the rule book, really. Like, I've had friends ask me that because my house is a mixture of all the woods. And it still works if you put things in the right places. I think it's all about placement and how you tie everything else in. So, like, what is your dream board for color scheme?
Yeah.
Color can tie in a lot of things.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And sometimes you want the contrast of wood.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you have a darker wall. You might want this blonder color wood as a contrast, and then if you have a lighter wall on the adjacent side of the room, you have a darker wood.
TLC, where's our friggin' show? Give us a show. Look at us. Look how smart this person is. We're just giving this information away for free.
This does kind of lead into your point of you have some different style aesthetics that you like.
Yes.
And you're not sure if you can mesh them together in this space, but there are a lot of people that are doing that.
Yes.
Just all the eras combined, as long as colors and textures and everything work together.
That's what I want.
It'll be fine.
That's what I want.
You can't let the era thing like freak you out, because I live in a mid-century modern house. We've done the majority of the house mid-century modern, but because I love the 80s, I have one bedroom that is 80s, and it's like on the cusp of 70s.
I can't wait to do your house tour.
It's gonna be fun. So it's just, don't let the rules, like, there aren't any rules.
There are no rules. Yeah. And I want to say that I know there's no rules. I know that.
Yeah.
But I still can't picture it, you know?
Also, I like to say that it is so easy to do these types of things on a budget. Even if you're not able to, like, go thrifting and get in there,
this will be done on a budget. Yeah. If you didn't know that by knowing me and now knowing Madelyn, this will not be done for a lot of money, okay? Yeah. It's not happening.
And I think that's the question I get the most of, like, when people see my home, or it's like, oh, well, this must have been very expensive. It doesn't have to be.
It does not have to be.
Right. So this is a mid-century modern piece. I know when people think boudoir, they're probably thinking more ornate.
Regency.
Victorian, Hollywood Regency. Yes. You can absolutely mix those styles if you want to.
Deco.
You don't have
even
to.
Deco. I can see Deco.
I think Art Deco is incredibly sexy and romantic.
I love Deco.
Yeah. And it would look great in boudoir.
Wait, I want to show you this shirt that I thought about putting on for this video, because this video is about me wanting a very specific style. I'll be right back. Let me grab it.
Cute.
Okay, so I wanted to wear this very Art Deco-y styled mock neck. Here, I'll bring it in close for you to see.
I think it would be fun to do a mix. Like, mid-century, in my opinion, can mix into all styles if you really wanted it to. So this piece could easily tie in.
I just want the color.
I get it.
I think the color is too casual for what I want.
I feel
like this color wood is disrespectful to my vision.
And that's also fine too.
That's why we work so well together. You're disrespecting my vision. I'm just kidding. I have no strong feelings about this.
You've got good pieces to choose from. So, like, she has another darker wood piece in your living room space.
Yeah, I'll show that. I'll insert a clip here.
Yeah. But you could also just do a swap. Swap them out. You might like it better in here.
No, because this is too tall to be in front of the window. This will be tall, so it's going to cover half the window, and I can't sacrifice natural light.
Well, I think there would be more swapping going on in the living room to make that piece work in there.
I just can't imagine the living room in any other formation because of where the mirror is. And that's where I want the mirror, because it gets the most natural light.
Right.
So it's like so hard to then move the room around the fact that that is the spot that gets the most.
Mirror grounds the room.
The mirror grounds the room. We're not redoing that room yet, but maybe one day.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
But yeah, the mirror is really the essential thing in that room that is I'm willing to work around and change, because I would like it to be more cozy in there than it is. But it's the layout is going to be very interesting to nail because it's such a small space.
Yeah.
And you want there to be enough room where the client can see themselves in the mirror and get pretty far back.
Right.
And like really take it all in and just see themselves without too much chaos. Wow. If you guys don't understand how much I care about my job.
This is what interior designers like think about all day with their clients. Mm-hmm. And it isn't easy.
Nope.
To check all the boxes.
It's not. And when places do it, when you walk in a shop that you're like, this is so well done, there has been so much thought that goes into that. So I made a little bit of a Pinterest board, and one of the things that I kept wanting to pin was the Virgin Hotel here in New Orleans, because while I don't necessarily think like I want their exact style in this room, what I really love about what they do there is they're really good at layering like texture with color.
Right.
And that in the wood, obviously. So the amount of texture they insert is so outstanding, and I love that. And I feel like that's very luxurious feeling.
Very. I
also just love like the Moulin Rouge, like almost very kitschy aesthetic. Yeah.
So I want to throw a hotel inspo out there. The Maven Hotel, which is in Denver, Colorado.
I have the Maven Hotel pulled up right now. It's like very modern, sleek to me. Yeah.
If we look at
it reminds me a little bit
bar, I think you'd enjoy pictures of the
bar.
I
I like this like green splatter rug. Yeah, it's like very colorful, modern. There is a lot of mixed woods. This is too clean looking for me though.
That's why I want you to look at like bar lobby.
Okay, I'm looking at pictures of the bar at the Maven now. Oh yeah, this is really cool. I mean, I really do love this.
This is super Art Deco.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the Art Deco-ness of it. It's still not lush enough for me. I want more lush. Okay.
More
this is like a lot of hard edges still.
So that means we need lots of fabric.
I'm thinking like upholstery. I'm thinking like curtains. I'm thinking curtains. Yeah. I'm like, what are the curtains going to be in here?
Lampshades probably should be very romantic.
I love a lampshade. Yeah. I love a lampshade. Speaking of lampshades, at the Virgin, they have this lamp that I think could really work in here, and I don't think I can afford it. I'm sure it's some same designer or something, but I'll insert a photo here, but I took a picture next to them when I was there. There are these wicker cranes with like a umbrella top over it. So do you see how this is like very much my like boho-y side? Yeah. But don't you see how it could also like be in a luxurious space? It also kind of reminds me of those brass monkey lamps. You ever seen those brass monkey lamps? It kind of reminds me of that, but like not that, you know?
I guess if money was no object, I don't know what I would do, but
you might buy a $4,500
crazy bird lamp as well. Like I could find something that's similar. This almost shouldn't work, but it works.
It's chaos. Yeah, I love it.
But we can certainly pull that off.
For colors.
Color.
Okay, so the 3 colors that I have in my mind, I have 3 very specific colors. A very dark blue, like a deep, deep royal blue almost, like the deepest a royal blue can get. Okay. That is a color I was thinking. A ruby, like a deep, deep ruby or burgundy color. Yeah. Or a deep emerald green, which I love an emerald green. I want something deep. Like, I want a color that's like the opposite of what's in here right now. Something very rich and like multifaceted almost. Like, this color feels like a hospital. Okay. You know?
Well, I love this secretly because it makes this light piece of furniture make even more sense.
You're really pushing for this light piece of furniture to be in this room.
This is the friendship that we have, is I don't mind telling her if I disagree with her.
And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You're probably right. Like, I get it. Like, you likely know more than me about this. Whatever.
I think you never really know what it's going to look like until you kind of shuffle stuff around and put things in different places.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do a little mock-up for you, but it's never the same as just muscling it into place and seeing how it looks.
Yeah.
But color is a good place to start.
Yeah.
That's going to kind of like dictate the rest of what you do.
Yeah, and I really want, so here's the interesting thing. I do want to do as much as I possibly can secondhand for this room, obviously. Preferably all of it. And do you know that there's like a secondhand paint store? And I think that they get from contractors mass amounts of that leftover paint, and then they make their own colors there using leftover paint. So it's like literally keeping paint out of the...
It's great. I'm glad they do that.
So I don't know if they can make custom colors, or you just kind of have to take what you can get.
So that's a fun secret that we should talk about. It's because the Restore does this too, like the Green Project. Because the Green Project has some, I don't know, maybe 20 colors that they mix up, and you can tint paint yourself. You can with like acrylics. I know that sounds crazy, but latex, acrylic, both basically plastic. And you can tint your own paint,
which is like a tube from Michael's.
Yeah, like $1, and you just tinted your paint a different color, and it's not. And I know people are gonna question it, like, is it gonna paint on strange? Is it gonna do it? No, it's just paint.
This is why they come to Mary's Rack, to learn the hot tips.
This is how, like, I want people to know that they can do these projects on such a budget. Like, I keep paint around, and I've retinted all kinds of different colors for lots of little projects. Yeah. And especially if you have white paint, you can pretty much do anything with it.
Whoa, that's crazy.
So save yourself some money. Go and buy.
Well, I want us to see I want to go check out the secondhand paint store and see if we can get one of those colors. If they can do custom colors, they might still be able to do custom colors, because I bet you they get a lot of white donated from contractors, and then they can probably just tint it, right? So I want to go there first because it's the more sustainable option. But if they don't have the color that I like, then I will not sacrifice the color of these walls, because it is too minty in here. What color do you think of when you think of the space?
I love that you threw red in.
Yes.
I definitely think that gives you that Moulin Rouge feel.
It does give the Moulin Rouge.
Red on walls can be a little dangerous, especially the wrong shade of red.
You want to be dangerous? Paint your walls red.
But I do think red accessories, red velvet, for instance, is a really great romantic texture if you're trying to get that romantic vibe. So
you think maybe not red for the walls, but use it in the textures in other places. I like the way that sounds. I mean, that's the thing, is we could paint our walls red, or we could have red velvet somewhere. And the idea of having red velvet is much more appealing to me.
Absolutely.
I love red velvet.
Fabric can be very expensive, but fast fashion is everywhere, and there's a lot. You can go buy a red velvet dress and
cut it up, make yourself a little pillow.
Upholster some some seating, some chairs with it. There's a lot of things you can do to get the look that you're going for without going to Joann Fabrics and spending $30, $40, $50 for a couple yards of fabric. Yep. Thrifting, saving the world.
God, I love thrifting. I love thrifting. I was also thinking the possibility of doing one of the walls, or a couple or two of the walls, wallpapered, because there's so much fun, easy to apply, peel and stick wallpaper now that you can get. That's pretty affordable. Yeah. And I also wonder if I can maybe scour eBay and stuff and see if I can come up with something. Somebody bought too much and then unloaded it. Marketplace, something like that. Someone who got to something for their project. I think we both know that, we're going to take our time doing this. If it means that, this takes a couple months, we're looking at Marketplace for different things, we'll wait. We're patient. That's the thing about being a good thrifter, is that you just know that, the things that you want will come to you when they're going to come to you. They're coming. Right. You might have to do a little research. You might need to check Marketplace every day. Just type in the keywords one time a day and be all right, nothing popped up. Check again the next day or the day after that. You might have to be vigilant. Yeah. But I think that we could get secondhand wallpaper somewhere. I'll show you some of the examples that I was thinking of. But, I mean, with the wallpaper, because I'm, going to try to source it secondhand, I feel like I'm pretty flexible. Okay. I'm I like a lot of things. This really, bursty, deco-y one, I love. I mean, obviously that one's really gorgeous, but I love the vibe of it generally. I like this like tighter floral, you know, maybe not these colors. They're a little too pink for me, but I like the shape of them. I like all the other colors in it except those pinks. I mean, I love pink generally, but not for the room that I'm picturing in my head. Right. And even like a traditional like look like that. That's like I could, nice I feel like that would be an easier one to find too. It's pretty popular and
reading my mind. Yeah. Okay. So maybe like an accent wall.
An accent wall or two.
Okay. No, I love that.
Yeah, like I mean, depending on how much we could get, like, you know, this is the other thing.
That might dictate.
But like we could do this wall and it's got a little door in it and it's the smallest
it's not
wall.
That much.
And it would just be I would only need maybe a roll I could get away with, depending on the roll. So, or if we had a little bit more, we could do that into the entryway. So the wall you see as you're entering is a wallpapered wall. So here's some other pictures that I wanted to show you. There's like this crazy like celestial theme with this moon, but what I like about this space is once again like the gold, the red, and the tassels on the curtains in the background, the print on the carpet. Like there's so much texture pattern like layered on top of each other. Like I just love it.
So kind of extravagant.
Super almost extravagant.
Like royal.
This one's really extravagant. This is just a picture of a painted ceiling that I thought was very pretty. It inspired me. It was just like a little like, oh, this feels very like, ooh, like someone thought to paint the ceiling in here, you know?
Painting ceilings is so, like, I know everyone's afraid of it, but it's fun.
Yeah, I want to do it. I love it. I love it. I liked this one with the big white peacock. I just liked the dark wood with the dark velvet and the animal print and the printed. I like the layering of the print and color.
Yeah.
I just tried to like pick some things that were layering print and color in a way that I found very inspiring. I loved this like saturated teal.
Very beautiful.
I thought this was really luxurious feeling, kind of a different angle.
Rich color,
Yeah, it was like very almost monochromatic, and then just to have the gold pop, like.
So I'm seeing a lot of golds.
Love golds. Okay. Love golds. I love them.
Okay.
I love a gold.
Well, it does feel more.
This rich. Is a little spookier than I actually like, but I love that blue.
Yeah, I do too.
That's why I think I love the idea of a mantle, but
I kind of love that plant vibe. We're gonna get you some plants.
I know. I think that I should have plants in here. Yeah. I do think that, and there's two like really they get a lot of light. These two windows, so I think I could have plants in here.
Absolutely. We'll start with a snake plant. They're nice and safe.
Something that I won't kill would be preferable. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had pinned. Oh, look, plants. See, this one is just like a day bed with some plants around it. I really envision
tropical, like.
Ooh, yeah, I love tropical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like almost like a Hawaiian resort, but the room where they like have like a speakeasy sex club at the Hawaiian resort.
Yeah, love it. Okay.
I want a fainting couch so bad.
Oh,
a chaise lounge.
A chaise would look great in here.
I want chaise.
It's not a huge space. Chaise are nice in a smaller space.
As far as furniture goes, I want a chaise lounge. I want to build in the rack somewhere so that it's not a rolling rack. So we'll have to install it wherever we decide it will be installed. Maybe it's the middle of the room. Maybe it's against the wall. Maybe it's on the fucking ceiling. I don't know.
Right.
But the first concern is finding the placement for that rack. I want a chaise lounge, and then everything else, I don't have any idea what I want. I want the rack to be built in somewhere, and I want there to be a chaise lounge somewhere.
You know what's funny is I see chaise available on Marketplace.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, they're not trendy at all. But I have loved a chaise lounge since...
Me too.
I love this about us.
Oh, we're so silly.
We're pretty new friends, so whenever we get to find out things about each other, it's really fun.
Like, oh, another commonality.
Oh, wow, we have this thing in common. Shocker. Yeah, we had one before Katrina. I remember when my mom got it, she was so excited, and she loved it. My mom loved it so much, and she was just like, I remember she just really was happy to get it. And then it made me happy to get it. And now I still love a chaise lounge.
Yeah. It makes me want to put a kaftan on.
Oh,
lay on my chaise lounge.
I want this room to be so cool that my friends want to do photo shoots in it.
Absolutely.
Oh, also, do you know something I know I really want? A beaded curtain.
Yes.
I want a beaded curtain.
I think you need beaded lampshades as well.
Oh, I love a beaded. Well, I have tassel. I have some leftover tassel stuff from a jacket I made. So we could always DIY like a tassel lamp or something.
Yet another thing that you can thrift a lampshade and add a tassel, or beading from the craft store.
Easily. And I kept a lampshade that you told me to keep that had like the scalloped edge, and you could paint it, we could dye it, we could do whatever we would with it, and then add some tassels.
Dye your lampshades.
Yeah, you can dye them.
If it has a little smudge or something on it, just tea stain it. Use a tea bag and some water and dye it.
Yeah, you can dye it. It's incredible. It's really just incredible. Anything you want, you can find it secondhand. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not really going to make any steps right now. This was all just like us talking about what we're going to do to this room. The beginning of the boudoir talk.
Yeah, the brainstorm.
And we took you with us, and I hope that it was fun. I don't know. I had fun.
Me too.
I think if we had fun, then like someone else will have had fun watching us.
I hope so. I hope we didn't bore you.
And if you didn't, I don't care.
Yeah.
You didn't have to watch this far. Why are you still watching if you really didn't like this conversation?
Why are you here?
Why are you still here? No, you listen. We're so happy that you're here, and I think what we'll start doing is we'll both start like all paying attention a little bit more when we're thrifting. And
now I know the vision. It's gonna jump out at me now when I see it.
Yes. I'm the kind of person that it has to like kind of live in my brain for a little while.
Right.
You're the same way.
Yeah.
So similar.
Yeah, we trust the process, though. It's okay.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, if you liked this video, please consider liking it, leaving a comment, because if you watched this whole video, then I really want to know what you have to say. What are your opinions about this room? I'm definitely going to insert a video, if I haven't already, of the whole room so people can see it and tell me what you think we should do with it. If you liked my ideas, which ideas you did not like. If you were coming to shop here for a private shopping experience, what would you want the room to feel like? Like, seriously, tell me. I'm trying to, like, give a good customer experience.
We need to know.
Yeah, and like I know my customers are loving their time here anyway, but it should feel better in here than it does. So we're gonna get there.
It's gonna be an experience for you.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get it there. So thank you all so much for watching. Hit the bell, like the video, leave a comment, follow Madelyn on Instagram. I'll put her information in the thing below.
Thanks.
And thanks for watching.